talk Jalen Duren. So the report came out that the Pistons may be interested in Miles Turner. So really, you got to ask what that mean for Jalen Duren. You know what I'm saying? Are they prepared to move Jalen Duren? Are the NBA strong arming him to trade Duren to Dallas? And then they like, okay, we gonna do y'all the favor. We gonna do y'all the favor. Once he get, like we did Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Because I find it funny where the Lakers like, yeah, we want Jalen Duren, and you hear all this type of stuff, and now you hear the Pistons talking about they interested in going out there and going to get they interested to go get Miles Turner. So I mean, could Duren time with Detroit be coming to an end? They gotta pay him pretty soon. Maybe they just like, you know what, we'd rather more of a modern five, somebody to give us the flexibility that can shoot and all that type of stuff. But I really think the power of a center is in the paint. I think if he was to work on his post game and he was to work on, just more consistency in his post game defensively, he coming along, and I think if he was to work on that aspect of his game, I think he'd pop. All you gotta do is work on his back to the basket. I keep telling people, if I'm an opponent, I'd rather your center be shooting threes. No offensive rebounds, no putbacks, no high percentage shots, no getting people in foul trouble, no getting to the foul line, none of that. So I'd rather you be further from the paint. You 6'10", 7'1". I'd rather you be further from the paint. But people look at it today, if you can't shoot, you're a liability, but that's not true. They just made it a video game type of type of game. That's exactly what they did. But you got to remember, Jalen Duren wasn't handpicked. None of these guys was handpicked by Trajan Langdon and JB Bickerstaff. So, and Miles Turner, he could be cheaper than paying Duren, especially in the long term. So if that's what they choosing to go with, I mean, so be it. Because you can't sit here and you can't pay everybody. We talked about them minus the bonus. And there's other alternative options out there at that spot. Just imagine if Mitchell Robinson can stay healthy, he'd be a beast. He'd be a beast. But, when you hear Nas Reed, that don't really give you a red flag. He a power forward. When you hear Miles Turner, that's a center. You know what I'm saying? Now him and Duren playing next to each other, I don't really see Miles Turner biting down on the perimeter. I think you're seeing similar issues with Isaiah Stewart playing the four. That's what I think. I think you're seeing similar issues to Isaiah Stewart playing that four. So with them potentially talking about moving on, getting Miles Turner, I think then you pretty much talking about possibly Jalen Duren probably being moved to some type of trade. Now, if it's from a guy like Booker or somebody of that significance, I think people are like, oh, I'll take it. But also, it's messing up the camaraderie of that team too. I ain't saying that's a big deal breaker. But you move Duren from there, you insert Turner, you probably move, a few other pieces, Tobias, Jaden Ivey, probably Ron Hollins, and then you insert Devin Booker. I mean, it's a completely new team. But eventually, when the new guys come in there, they want to put their imprint. And really, Troy Weaver's imprint is still all over this basketball team. The core is his. You think he like each one of those guys in that core? Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. So, I definitely understand it. I definitely do. But we'll see. You ain't about to pay Turner to come off the bench. And I ain't think you about to take Jalen Duren and have him back up Turner in a contract year. So I don't really see that happening. So it's probably a bigger trade to come. That's what it look like to me. If they can pick up a Miles Turner, it's probably regardless, it's a trade coming. Regardless, you ain't bringing Nas Reed here to back up Tobias Harris. Let me just say that first and foremost. You ain't bringing Nas Reed here to back up Tobias Harris. Let me just say that. That ain't what you're doing. That ain't what you're doing. So I think it's a trade coming for the Detroit Pistons down that pipe. It's a trade coming. If they really talking about getting Nas or getting Turner, they're about to make a flip. How significant of a flip or trade they about to make, I can't call it. That I will say. I don't know. So, but do I see it being another stretch four if they get Nas Reed? No. They got Nas Reed. I don't see it being a stretch four. So that's my opinion on it. But that kind of raised the alarm. That kind of raised the alarm for me when they started talking like Miles Turner. I'm like, okay. And Nas Reed raised the alarm. You hear what Jalen Rose said, we need to get another stretch forward. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, so why is the stretch forward, right? So everybody's saying the same thing. So, like I said before, it's going to be interesting. Nas Reed was a guy that was undrafted. Miles Turner, been in the league. He been a Piston trade target before. He been in talks of a lot of trades and stuff. And as I know it right now, Indiana don't got a good backup plan without him. You know what I'm saying? Who else they got without him over there? I don't know. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Appreciate y'all. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance. Get notifications. We go live and drop video. Financially, you want to support the channel. Cash App, $, CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Hit the link tree. Literally can follow me everywhere there. Let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think the Pistons, if they move for Turner, or they, reported interest in Turner, mean Jalen Duren could be gone?